what's up guys, TRCR Gaming here, back with another video. This is the second episode of our Planet Coaster series. If you don't remember, or haven't watched the video, remember to go back and watch it, but if you did watch it and you don't remember, then we built this awesome RMC dueling coaster. The official name I've given it is Racing Eagles, because like I said, it's themed to the USA. I kind of got that name from the American Eagles at Six Flags Great America. It's a dueling wooden coaster. I have a little bit of a funny story about that I'll share later. But in this video, we just finish up the roller coaster by building the station and adding some scenery around it. I accidentally deleted the coaster there. Thank God for the undo button. So yeah, here you can just see me kind of like working the paths around because this was kind of in a tough spot with that overbank turn there. And I also had to put it over the brake run and where the blue side exits the station. But it all works out in the end pretty well. So as I was saying, I think it was 2 or 3 years back, I did go to Six Flags Great America. It's not nowhere near I live, so it was a pretty far trip. So I really wanted to ride American Eagles because people say it's like one of the best dueling coasters you'll ever ride. So I'm like, guys, we gotta do this. So we walk all the way over to the park, and it was closed. So then we go back to and ride Goliath, and it opens again. We see it running. So then we go back, it closes again. And we repeat this 4 more times until eventually they're like, okay, it's closed for the day. It's not necessarily, or it's not temporarily closed anymore. It's officially closed for the day. So we're like, dang it, we missed that opportunity. But that was just kind of like a little story to share. So here, like I said, I'm just kind of working on the paths a little bit. I'm not connecting to the main path. I'll work on that in a little bit later, getting them all connected up. But the other side, it was kind of like where you enter was smushed against the overbank. So I had to work through that. Now, with the theming, I wanted to build a station that kind of went with the theming of this coaster, and I really didn't know what to do, so I just kind of built almost a castle-looking structure around it. It's kind of weird, but then I kind of feel like it fits the theme at the same time. There you can see the station kind of sticks out because I didn't line it up perfectly, but what are you gonna do? There's nothing I could really do about that. I couldn't move the station or anything like that. So here you'll see the walls kind of offset, if you can see that. So for all you OCD people out there, I am one of them. I do fix that later in the video. So I'm kind of just going around building up my layers here. And then eventually once we get to the ground level, I do something with the arches. There, it would be too tall if I did the full-size wall, so I go for the half-size wall. I do something with the arches where they kind of go around so there's more light in the station. It really turns out cool. And then I kind of made it a little bit of a mistake when I did pick this park, when I started, because I picked the desert. So obviously the ground doesn't really go with much. So I used later in the video, I used the paint tool to paint it it's not necessarily a paint, but it does leave a grass pattern on it. So I used that to make it look more like somewhere in America. And then I just kind of placed trees everywhere. But if you watch, you can see the coasters going in the background. So I'm just kind of doing this, and I'll be doing this for a little. This is where I start to wrap it up. And like I said, this is where I'm doing the arch pattern. You can see the coasters. Somehow, someway, the blue side actually got closed. That's why it's not running. I will open that later in the video. I really do love how this roller coaster came out, and because of this, I'm super excited to see how the rest of the park turns out. So as far as coming up with names and stuff like that goes, I'm actually probably going to rely on you guys because I'm not really that good at theming things. So I'll take suggestions for you. If you have any suggestions for a roller coaster to build, what to theme it to, please leave them in the comments. It would be a big help to the series. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to say, please do remember to subscribe, like this video, and share with a friend if you would like to see more videos like this. I am really, not only do I like how this coaster is coming out, but I also like kind of how this series is coming out, and I know it's a little bit early to be saying that, but I'm having a ton of fun building this. Here's kind of where I said the walls weren't really matched up, so I kind of lined it up on the inside, but then it went over the arch, and it didn't look right. So then I just go through, and I fix the wall as a whole, and I kind of pull them out, almost. It happens on 2 walls, but don't worry, I fix it all. So, yeah, here we're just kind of finishing up the building, and I was going to try to do something like an arched roof, but I didn't think that it would look really well with like the castle walls, so I just did like the castle finish. I'll get to that in a second. I'm starting to think, why was that blue side closed? But it doesn't really matter. Like, whatever. And that just reminded me of something. Does anyone know if rides break down while they're testing? Because I know even if no one's riding them and you'll leave them open, they will every once in a while run a circuit. So they do break down. But if anyone knows that, please do leave it in the comments. So yeah, I mean, there's not much really to say here. So I'm just going to let this play, point anything out if I see anything, and kind of just talk. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and here, by the way, I had to go do something. I had to take, like, medicine or something like that. I forget. Or was it one of my brothers, like, fell off the couch or something like that, so I think I had to go help with that. They are two little stinkers, and they're always pushing each other, fighting, and they're always getting hurt. I will admit sometimes I have something to do with that, but it's another kind of story for another time. Anyone who has little siblings will know. I didn't realize it took me this long, dang. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm really liking how this came out. The end product is just awesome. I mean, I'm starting to come up with an idea of how I can incorporate the POVs. I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure, I'm back now. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not going to ride anything until, like, grand opening, and then we can go through and kind of ride all the roller coasters. Like I said in the last video, I'll probably do, like, a grand opening as a last video kind of thing of the series, so once I'm done, I'll open the park, go through and ride everything. Because it's something you can do that's pretty cool. Rather than just riding the roller coasters, you can also, like, hop onto, I called it Peep last time. They're not called Peeps, that was in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but they're actually, like, officially called guests, so you can kind of hop onto a guest and see what they're seeing. So, yeah, it's really cool. We're actually kind of getting to the end of the video here. This is a shorter video because last time with that construction, it took a long time because it was my first dueling coaster. So here you can see me using a technique that I kind of came up with. It's basically, I make like a large, rather than placing each box down individually, I do like a 2x2 or 3x3, a 2x3, and then I just duplicate that. And here I'm going through, and since I was going for like a castle, I wanted to give it like a rustic feel. So rather than using like modern lights, I used candles to light up the area, and I think they look pretty cool actually. It was kind of tough because I probably should have did that before I put the roof on. But you can kind of see it coming together now. You can see how the structure looks and everything like that. Now here's where I use the paint to actually kind of paint around, and I wasn't really concerned about, I was just testing out there. I wasn't really concerned about getting it all, so there are still some like sandy, deserty patches in the middle. I was just concerned about kind of getting like the main shape down of it, or not necessarily shape, but the area. Here I just go through with some oak trees, and I was kind of going for like, I don't know, like, it's not like desert and it's not like super hot, just kind of like in the middle climate, if you know what I kind of mean. And so I just go through some oak trees, and then I add some of these Crimson Kings in, which I think look really nice. So then after this, I mess around with the main path a little bit like that. Oh, and if you're wondering, because normally what happens when a YouTuber does a Let's Play, they normally build the entrance, like the main entrance first, but I'm actually a little bit different. For me, the main entrance is the last thing I do, because it normally what happens when I build a park, I pick up like some building techniques. So at the end of every park, I like to use all of them combined to build like a really cool grand entrance. So that's why I didn't build one yet. I think next episode I'm actually going to start like buildings and things like that. Then the episode after that might be starting a new roller coaster. But yeah, I mean, we're nearing the end of the episode here, so I don't really like how those trees came out, so I placed them differently. So yeah, please do remember to like the video, subscribe, and share with a friend. Like I said, please do that. We can use all the support we can get. We absolutely love making these videos, and we hope you love watching them as much as we love making them. So here you can just kind of see like me flying around. You can get some, like, an idea of what they look like, of what like the finished product looks like. As I was saying, for the POVs, I can record them separately, so then I can speed one up and then not speed the other one up. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave it here, so see you next time.